Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. And the days go by like a strand in the wind, in the web that is my own. I need nothing, but there's something eating me. Black water, take over. Swallowed by a vicious vengeful sea. Darker days are raining over me. In the deepest depths, I lost myself. I see myself through someone else. The strange silence surrounding me grows closer, feels colder, but I'm ready to suffer the sea. Black water, take over. Swallowed by a vicious vengeful sea. Darker days are raining over me. In the deepest depths, I lost myself. I see myself through someone else. Swallowed by a vicious vengeful sea. Darker days are raining over me. In the deepest depths, I lost myself. I see myself through someone else. Swallowed by a vicious vengeful sea. Darker days are raining over me. In the deepest depths, I lost myself. See myself through someone else.
Hey chat, how's it going? I meant to start earlier, like an hour early, but stuff got in the way. I saw the new trailer for the Superman movie. Looked pretty good. I know faggots are whining on Twitter or YouTube, what they always are. I think we were so used to the Zack Snyder version that they forgot Superman was supposed to be. Superman can be lighthearted. And I like the kind of old, like early age Superman with the magnifying glass, all that kind of stuff. It's fun. But it said fun is the enemy of, once again. Fun is the enemy of, modern internet discourse, so obviously if something's fun, it can't be good. Because how dare people enjoy things. Like I said, just a teaser could be crap, but like I said, from the teaser alone, you can't say it's... I think it's disingenuous to say it looks like crap. Personal taste, that's one thing. But to say it's not really Superman-y, then that's another thing. I don't think he really knows what Superman is. Hey, Blue Otaku. The way here to use in... Oh, nice. So are you going on to the PS? Are you going on to PSP games or straight to free then? After beating 2. We're gonna watch the trailer for the game, for the character chapter.
The Free Breeze is a ship that fills every sailor's heart with delight. It's quick and vibrant, like sunlight on the gloomy sea, bringing music and joy to every port. Miss Barcarola!
Oh, cool.
I'm so excited
There's
for
2
your
PSP games, and there's Sons of Sparta and whatever.
I can't wait for you to hear it. It's my goal for every guest to experience an unforgettable musical journey with me, and the sweet sounds of my crackling.
We don't talk about the tape door, Char.
I'll be performing with this, my crackling box.
Ms. Barcarola, are you certain you want to use that in your exam?
Yes, sir. Silly little girl.
Oh, Ghost of Sparta, that's what I'm thinking of.
I can almost hear the whispers behind their forced smiles. Everyone says the
Yeah, I thought it was Brothers of Sparta, not Ghost of Sparta.
Violins. And I'm not supposed to be any
My old black one broke years ago, and so what I did was I was able to get a super cheap, Japanese one. It was red. Which can play, it's reason free, so it can play English versions. The only thing is you remember that it's circle for yes and B for circle for yes and X for no when you're on the menus, and then when you get into game, it's back to X for yes and circle for no.
Was just another violinist from Cremona or Stradivarius luthier.
If you have a if you have a normal laptop, you should be able to emulate it. And if you have a PC, you can definitely emulate PSP games without a problem. I do it all the time.
I feel as though I have transcended the bounds of all joy. Your music is like a gift from the muses themselves.
I think I even streamed a PSP game for YouTube.
Thank you, sir.
If I remember correctly, I can't remember.
Maybe you could leave your kind words in the cruise's travel album?
GTA
Instead
San Andreas
of
stories.
so loud.
No, Liberty City stories for somebody.
Here.
I don't know if it was for the Discord or for YouTube. Okay, let's go over to the game. How's this? Where did my game go? There it is. Turn the music on.
Welcome. There's no need to knock.
I got this kid. I had to get it. So what's fun about the skin is the fact that this is her normal outfit. Well, her normal IG2 outfit, purple, and her skin has a little bit of silk green in it. Then Kakanya's.
Welcome. There's no need to knock.
Where is it?
I saw you.
Her outfit, green, and her skin, purple. She has way more purple because she's way more. She's closer to Kakanya's closer to Isolde than Isolde is to Kakanya. At least when it comes to their feelings. One's more friendly than the other one. And then I beefed up Barcarola. Got her to. I pulled her off stream. Got her to Insight Free. Got her to level 2019. Resident 10. And then I also took the time to, where did she go? There she is. Nope, wrong one.
No matter business or
I took the time to.
You're always welcome.
Let's see, Nora. I said be mine. I brought the original collection because I wanted to use my PSP again. Okay, if you're using your PSP, PS3, make sure to clean it. make sure to take it apart and give it a good clean, like, with some compressed air. And if you're comfortable, replace the... If you're comfortable with repairing it, replace the thermal paste. But for the PS3, if you want to make your PS3 last long, you need to go and find places that you don't want to reball it. Get a professionally reball. What you want to do is you want to get the CPU, find a place that replaces the CPU with the later model CPU, to preserve it if you have a fat PS3. If you have a slim PS3, you're fine. By then, they already fixed the problem. Let's see, I be having no video soon. All my videos are on super delayed. I've been making random sort crap. But the major videos are like a year behind because I've just been busy with work and then I've been having fun streaming. So when I'm off, I get... No, like I said, I don't play most new games. Being the fact that they cost money. And so I usually get the game for cheap. I get more games for cheap. I'm one of those people like, well, I can get one new game, or I can get like 3 old games. For the same price, so that's where my mind goes. Okay, because I love such Lawrence. My younger brother used to have a PS Vita until he dropped it onto a bolt. Well, he could have just turned it off, cleaned it, and then with some, I put in some cleaned it off with some alcohol, and then of course remove the viral, all that kind of stuff, and then put it in a bag of rice if you know if all you have is rice and put it on top of it, or if you have some, put it with some silicone packs. Wait, you made a new video, Lawrence? If you did, I didn't get any notification for it. Look, I can make those. I make a lot of sort crap real quick, and sometimes I take imaginary crack and am able to get a video out like I was able to get a video out once a week for a while of Ruby videos. That was like weird how I was able to do that, but 2023 Nora was a very different Nora than 2025. Because I was getting out consistently for the Ruby, and then once Ruby season, the volume finally ended, it took me several months between that to get the video out. I need to get reviews out quicker too. I need to bunker down, and after my anniversary, and get some more crap out. Well, yeah, like I said, I got her, and then once I complete Limbo, I will have enough to do free draws for, well, she's not here yet. Notification. Nope. Where is the news? Nope. Garnet, voice, drawing, listen. For 2-2. I'll be able to get for 2-2. Well, do free pull for 2-2 could have been saving for her since we're a few months behind. Since we're 3 events behind all the time, you can plan ahead for what you want to save for. So I was like, I'm just gonna save. Being the fact that I was lucky to get her, because I need her for Elif, who's gonna come out in 2 more passes. Okay, so like I said, if you have the original PS3 that can play PS2 games, then you might want to do some maintenance on it, just to keep it from ever breaking. If you have a PS3 that cannot play a PS2, you're fine. Just do routine cleaning, such as making sure not to keep it in make sure to let it have plenty of airflow, and make sure to periodically clean it out with some compressed air. But yeah, you can tell by what it can do. This was a pain to complete, because I consistently, you need 850,000, and I was consistently getting 840,000 until I completed it by where is he? By finally pulling up Miss Bobble and getting her
No matter
Euphoria made.
You are always welcome.
And I maxed it out, and that helped out a lot because she was keeping me alive. And I wanted to try out Barcarola, so I used these 3: my heal slot, my shield, my tank, my and then D2 were the one doing the most damage. I should have screenshotted the thing. I don't have a backward compatible PS3. I'm not confident how to. All you need to do is just go into get some compressed air and blow it into the vents. If you have one of those ones, that will just get rid of that will just loosen out any dust bunnies. Wait, no. This was a great free skin.
just a random boring doll. I bought it just to match my clothes. Who cares if it's expensive or a limited edition?
I guess he puts little.
Anyway.
I guess he puts a little bandana over Chucky. Let's see. All right, I'll get it later. Under. I need to make sure I do Swords of Deep, but that had 16 more days, so I'll do that later. Besides the butterfly clip, that must be UTT. But beyond the coastline. Left it out with the survey because it'll give you a team that's meant for Bakrola. Let's see. Whenever an ally consumes Eureka, accumulate points of inspiration. Bakrola increases the likelihood of inspiration points being distributed onto attack type incarnations. When entering battle, accumulate 3 points of inspiration and gain max Eureka 1. At the start of each round, Bakrola gains 4 Eureka. After an ally actively casts an attack type incarnation, Bakrola gains 1 Eureka. Attack 5 casting. At the start of a round, when grant damage itself, equivalent to the inspiration times 2, and prompt 2 incarnation is now star affiliation. After each attack of instant and prompt 2 within the same round, and prompt 2 nice. Like I've been using her, I don't completely know how she works yet, because that's how I always do it, that's how I always roll. Use a character and learn how they use later. Let's see, we put the VSV back in the right, but sadly the inner store basically fried the hell and back. Yeah, what you need to do is you need to immediately turn that system off, take out the battery. If you know to take it apart, then take it off the top and bottom screens, top and back and front, to let it, air out. And then what you want to do, clean off with extra poker alcohol right away to get the milk off, because that milk will cake on the circuits. If a sort did not happen already. I always wanted to get a PS Vita, but they never went cheap on eBay. The price just stayed at $300 and then consistently went up and never down. So it's like, nope. The PSP, I got mine each for $60. My original one was less than $60, and then my new one, the next one I got was $60. The Japanese import. Target 1 attack deals 1 mental damage after the attack consumes 2 Eureka, and grants 1 instance of impromptu incarnation. For the round, if at least 3 allies are in quartet status, grant an additional instance of 1 plus. Wait, how do you get into quartet status? Quartet. At the start of each round, gain an additional accumulation of information. Each round, each ally is for quartet status, but gains additional 5 bonus. This is 1, okay. And then this is target 1, deal mental damage after the attack consumed 2 Eureka and grant damage impromptu for the round. 3 allies are in quartet status, grant 1 additional thing, and then this does what? Target 1 buff target. Extend the quartet status of all allies by 1 round, and then grant quartet status to an ally target to self for 5 rounds. If either target is already in quartet status, status is extended to 5 rounds. After recovery, Eureka, and okay, good. And let's use some jam. Okay, let's see. Oh. You, and you.
Do you have any requests?
Please, don't resist.
I don't actually have Voyager. That's the one. She's gonna be good for an impromptu team, but like I said, I do not have her yet. I didn't have them. I've been lucky.
Of wind and waves.
And let's see how much damage for impromptu does. Wow, nice. That's a lot. In the words of Billy Mays, that's a lot of damage. So now let's try out her ult now. Then we'll do her counter, this, and this.
Saxophones and Aventura?
I think we're gonna do a quick error. Okay, see you later, Blaze. Voyager is based off the Voyager rocket. Well, she's an alien who found the Voyager rocket and liked the music on it. So then she came to Earth to experience more music.
I dedicate this song to you.
Damn, bits. I know Matoto will get a Euphoria soon.
What an awful racket you made.
Let's see. Yes.
Relax.
Yes.
Tell me what you
Yes.
do.
And yes.
I know how to do it.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Witness me.
So yeah, any character that cares for Eureka will, that makes a lot more sense now on how to make this work better. Now that I have to understand it. It's almost like reading helps. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one.
No worries.
That will be... Oh, yeah, so she's just trying to get the impromptu side.
Saxophone's end.
That's free.
Aventura?
And then you. There you go. Sweet. Oh, I need to use that on the master card when I get heal card when I get a chance.
I dedicate this song to you. Please.
I didn't mean to use the remix version of Blackwater. I definitely grabbed the wrong one. And I realized like, this doesn't sound right, so I had to quickly correct it in the title. Okay, so now what we gotta do is... There you go. Good. Okay. Grab this. We're gonna use this anyway, so that's nice. Debuff. Use... You, and you. Nice.
Aventura?
There's something about River Night that feels very ethereal. You can't describe it. Yeah, I know. It's I think one is definitely the weirdness of the characters can be. Like I said, I like the chibi designs. I think that the fact that they put themselves, because they're not just relying on sex appeal to get they're not relying on, well, not sex appeal, they're not just relying on how much, how horny they can make the characters look to get across, whoa. I don't know if the characters that are forced to make, better looking designs. That's the problem with a lot of, again, like I've complained about a lot modern, newer After Lane characters, the designs are getting lazier. Because they're just like, well, how far, there's only so much you can make, there's only so much sexiness you can put into a character before it becomes, okay, it kind of gets lost in the sauce. And why not?
I need some peaceful moments. Come back to me.
And so we're seeing where we're getting to a point where people are just getting tired of the all skin, no taste. Where people want more style and because there's no substance, you know what I mean? Because like, there's that gender bent waifu game that's coming out where it takes a bunch of Sony characters and gender bends them, and a lot of people are like, these designs are just bad. They barely look like the characters. Like it completely misses the point.
No worries.
Saxophone's end. I know how to
Yes.
Listen to the melodies of wind and waves. Hey, witness me!
Huh. Oh, yeah, they did take it with you. It's kind of taking forever to die. Oh, there it is. Now it dies. And there got that cat too. And now we can increase the impromptu status. Okay. So let's... Woo. You. Actually, let's put you in quartet. Do your alt.
I am able to... Do you have any requests?
Let's use you. But unfortunately, we won't get her 4 next turn.
With fortissimo tutti. Your fate is doomed.
Not that much attack, but...
Listen up.
Hey, that's not bad. Let's see. The lighting and the color saturation in the game feels like a painting. Yeah, I can see that too. I really like the background art. Yeah, that was her Insight 2 outfit. I personally prefer... I need to switch this back. I also like this because I've been forgetting that he's forgetting to change the back. I personally prefer the stripped down version. That is her Insight 1. What's this? Ooh. 25 story boxes. There we go. Now let's go to the actual story now. Got my water for once. I'm digging this setup. I got the postal dual worm needle, the portal leak. Yeah, I like how Moonlight's like their signature thing. I like how there's bars. But yeah, guy, it's like in Kingsfield too. I'm pretty sure. The Moonlight stuff. VIP bearer seat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It is time to make your choice.
the clock's ticking.
There is no clock is ticking. There is but half an hour left until tonight's performance. Hurry and select your favorite piece. Admiring the scenery, senor, you can leave the song request form with me if you're ready.
It's all thanks to you.
I'm almost missed it. The performance these past 2 days have been truly sublime. Honestly, I've never experienced of this concert of this caliber anywhere else. Here's my form. There's only a single word here. Are you sure about this one, senor? The cruise is about to end. I must seize this opportunity. This is a brilliant musician. One of the only witness her talent aboard the Free Breeze. Is it really as they say that there is no music Boccarola cannot play? So, if so, what I wrote this should not be a demanding request, merely broad in scope. Of course, senor, it's simply my job to confirm that these things. Let's see. Yes, the Moonlight Sword first showed up in Kingfield, and then it was unlockable in damn near every game for FromSoft. Couldn't use it. What's it? So it's probably going to be in Dust's Blood. I'm not going to get Dust's Blood when it comes out because I'm going to wait until the Switch 2 goes for cheaper, or they release an updated version of the Switch 2 because they always do. Because when I bought a Switch, as with my one of the first things, the big thing that I bought with my work money, they like a month later they released a Switch 0.2, 2.0, where it had improved battery life and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, oh come on. Ticket seller places the form atop a stack of paper with a diligent smile. On every voyage, we encounter 5 or 6 curious passengers like yourself, senor. Let's see. Aside from gameplay, I think what turned me off Master Lane or Konkai is mainly I don't know anything about World War II ships. However, I like the Konkai girls slightly more. This is fun about games like that. The same thing with games like this. It teaches me history. It made me learn about stuff like the Solomon Island battles or stuff like that. It got me inspired by a lot of people who text me. Don't know the stuff and they learn it as they go on. I keep getting political ads and it's annoying. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, I remember you mentioning this. Lawrence. If you're still here. Oh, speaking of that, speaking of Azure Lane, Hawk 2.0 is streaming now. That's fun. But perhaps we should have written a little more. Then you would pose a real challenge for her, huh? Well, I'm not trying to make things difficult here. Are you curious to see what piece Senor Boccarella will choose?
I'll listen closely.
What kind of melodies he believes will fit my hometown? Okay, cool. Then we must hurry, and Senor, let's find you a seat up front. Yes, I was a few minutes late yesterday and almost could not get in. I really hope she comes ashore to perform in a concert hall someday. Tickets for the Free Breeze are getting harder to come by. It would be nice to go on a cruise, but I feel like I'm going to end up like the movie Poseidon. Knowing my luck.
Hey!
How much longer? I've been waiting here all day. Will she begin with Morning Mood or Sympathy of Fanquazik? Or perhaps Boulogne? The weather tonight is just perfect for it. Perhaps our musical genius will delight us with a little improvisation. It seems her audience remains as passionate as ever. But if it is, as I said, I can only imagine how popular Senor Boccarella will be if she performs on land. Yeah, like I said, I can't get into I can't log into my Steam. I don't know the password to my Swiss account. So I have access to the game, but I cannot remember how to get in because back when I was a kid, when I was a minor, my parents always said, "Oh, we'd never use your actual birthday when you're putting these things in because you're a minor. You'll always use a different date." And I don't know what date I did, and I don't remember the password. I swore I had it written down somewhere, and I cannot find it for nothing. So I'm just like, Well, maybe if I call customer service one of these days, I can call to get in, or there'll be some way to get around it. Or one of these days, I'll find the password somewhere. But I mainly just use this. For the Switch, I mainly just play. I mainly end up playing Breath of the Wild and Zelda Warriors. Cause I don't own that many games for the Switch, so because of that, those are two games I like a lot. And I also play the Atlas game, Cross with Fire Emblem, something F. I forget what the name of the game is. I do like that game. I understand that people wanted a more dark and serious game and not a concert game when they heard that that was going to be a crossover, which I do completely understand, but I enjoy it. Let's see. I have to keep wondering. She performs like she prefers life on a ship. Perhaps she just enjoys the opportunity to travel. It might be more would come to see her on land, but she's not one to be so tied down. Yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I actually enjoyed that game. Good evening, senor. Please take a seat right here. If you can come to applaud our beloved star, I'd be happy to sort out 2 special seats for you. Come on, you really think a well-dressed fellow like him would want to sit on the old barrel with us? We only sit here so we can stay close by to keep an eye on things, just in case. Well, yeah, the problem with it is that it came out when Nintendo was extremely, notorious for doing that. Nintendo of America. There's also the time that what's-her-face, that one prostitute, like a literal prostitute, was working for, well, escort technically, the literal escort was working for was working for Nintendo. So as I wrote a piece about why child pornography should be decriminalized, defending one of her friends who I think was accused of child pornography. So, only good things from her. Let's see, it's the curse that nobody is willing to just store it. DLC. The notable gentleman joins them at the barrel, turning his eyes towards the stage with intense focus.
The honor is mine.
It seems you're in for a truly novel experience tonight. I intend to fully enjoy it before my time on the cruise ends. I made sure I was first in line for the song requests hours ahead of the concert, and now here I am, the closest spot to the house. But for Senora Barcarella, it is worth every effort. Shh. I can see it. There's her crackling box. Well, let's sail the 7 seas, like Barcarella. How do you spot a musician in a crowd? Where Barcarella is concerned, the first thing that catches anyone's eye is her remarkable instrument.
Welcome!
Ladies and gentlemen, guests of the Free Breeze, Benvenuta. I'm going to be mispronouncing any foreign words, by the way. I'm going to be mispronouncing my normal words because I'm tongue-tied tonight. I welcome you aboard and thank you for joining us on our journey. As for the ship musician conductor, I will be performing tonight's concert for you. I have a Wii U that I modded so I can play DS games on my couch. On the Wii U pad, I got that for like $80. I got a black Wii U for $80 on eBay. I was really good at finding like cheap deals. I got the entire thing, the whole kit and caboodle, the Wii U, the gamepad, all that kind of stuff. As you know, an unusual instrument flashes from the cabinet door. Running atop a sea of applause and cheers, a petite girl takes steps up to the stage with an air of musical grace. As always, I received all of your song requests. Tonight's performance will follow the sequence of your requests. However, I regret that I must once again affirm my rule that I will not be playing any piece twice during the entirety of this voyage. As musician director, I must ensure that each of you is able to embrace a true diversity of music and sound. That's a great way to. That's some great FOMO right there. You can guarantee you have to come to each for event to make sure you don't miss anything. That's good. I wonder what she'll do. Does she have a tune already in mind? Or maybe she'll improvise something new. Quiet. The man gestures from the crew to be quiet, starting up as if a king sat on his barrel throne. The whole stack of requests formed and displayed before Bakarola before she retracts them close to her. Good heavens, I've never been so nervous. Yeah, well, I'm gonna call it the Super 3DS, but I got a used Super 3DS. For that, I had to pay more money for it. I got that like a few years ago. Galaxy, because my old Super 3DS that I got back in the day, back when they were cheaper, just died one day, and I was able to get it back to working once, but then it died again when I went to go fix something else. I still have it. I can still try to probably make a new repair on it, but everyone I bought from a used game store a few years ago, I was able to fully mod, so now I have, just any game I want to on there. I don't know what old Fire Emblem fans think of new Fire Emblem. I mean, the fact that they're very different theme, like aesthetically. She picks up the first form, reading the handwriting with a careful and considerate scan. Then she folds it. I've been trying to do a no-def run of Fire Emblem, but it's really annoying when you never played a Fire Emblem game. I'm playing Awakening, by the way, and I have to replay the same second level over and over again because my winged bits keeps dying on me. I'm ready. This is sure to be a phenomenal experience. She holds the papers and then proceeds to leaf it back into her seat before lifting up the next form. What? Perhaps you request a piece that has already been performed. No, impossible. All I wrote was the word place. I had hoped that Senor Bakarola would grace me with the melody that might remind me of it again. The king is so shocked he nearly falls from his barrel throne. He who gets poked by splinters on the barrel throne do not deserve to sit there. But the performance does not pause for him. The music and words continue to flow. Okay, tonight's opening piece shall be Bolero. Although we're lacking the space to give this place a proper dance, I encourage anyone to join in and take a few steps. I don't believe my ears. How could she, a great musician such as her, be bestowed by such a trivial request? I must ask her. I need to know why she skipped my request.
Easy there.
Easy, senor. The crew member instinctively reaches out to perform in sync, one to the left and one to the right, grasping the guest as he raises from his seat. Senora Bakarola did not throw away your request, she merely tucked it away. You've already seen several performances. You must realize that this doesn't mean she won't play it.
Congratulations!
Senor, I believe this may mean you are in a special delight. Anytime our Bakarola breaks from the norm is only by a sign of some particular stroke of genius. The reassuring words have a silver tongue seen to them, coaxing the man's frustrations away.
Fine.
I thought Blaze had errands to run. Then again, he could be checking from the car or from the inside whatever store he's in. Right before the man retakes the throne, he turns to see a child has usurped him. The dethroned king leans against the wall, sulking, and the two couriers follow closely in his wake. We've been working alongside Senor Bakarola for a while now. We're very familiar with her methods. Please, Senor, wait a little patient. I assure you, you will have the satisfaction. In her 2 years performing for the Free Breeze, we never received a single complaint or negative review. Light footsteps approaching, and a voice joins the conversation just at the right moment. She has really been aboard the ship for that long? It doesn't seem so long, does it? When she first came aboard, she only had wanted to observe and help out with the maintenance while we were at port. Whenever we returned, and we returned frequently, she was always there, waiting for us until she joined us officially. Everyone had chipped in at some point to help her scope together some musical gear, cassette tapes, and various little gadgets. The rising sound of music began to overtake their conversation in the corner of the hall. The ticket seller announces that the new participation in this conversation. Oh, you received a gift from her too, didn't you? I imagine that cassette is still tucked under your pillow? Oh yes. A record of the treasured moments. Please, if I might ask, what does she decide to join the Free Breeze? I mean, no disrespect, only that with rare talent, it seems she's almost a waste that she could tie into a single step. Perhaps the only reason is that we were the first to invite her. Oh, hey, Roz. I got it written in the sand. What? Oh, I was gonna say. You know, friends of mine were on a cruise with her husband. Her ended up getting seasick. Well, yeah. Some people are just not, some people are really sensitive in their ears, and that rocking immediately triggers the fluid in the ear to be unstable and cause them to get seasick. I wonder if those people have better balance on land than people who don't have that sensitive inner ear, or do you think they have worse balance? Because that's how we balance is fluid. That's why when your ears are waterlogged, you sometimes have trouble walking because it throws off the balance in your inner ear. Because we have two ways to throw off our balance: inner ear problems or sight problems. Both of those will cause us to lose our balance because either we're getting deceived visually, such as those kind of weird like warping carpets can do that, or something is physically disturbing our inner ears. You have a bad inner ear, Raz, or do you get seasick easily? I was on a little boat once as a kid, just to go across the lake. Well, I've been on a little ferry boats, like at Disney World a few times, and I went on a boat when I was up north. And I've never been seasick, but that was when I was a kid. Being a kid and being an adult are two different things, obviously. There's a reason why kids can go on those spinning rides a lot, but adults can't. Do you really mean that you won't join the Free Breeze aboard, Senora? If you were to join, I know a captain would be over the moon. When we played him the song we recorded last night, he borrowed the tape on the spot and still hasn't given it back. Oh yes, please, Buckarella, aren't you always talking about how much fun it would be to travel the world on a big ship? I'll tell you right now, I much rather have you join us than some random musician off the street. More and more frequent invitations leap up to overwhelm the young girl sitting on the ground. Oh, 15-year-old Buckarella and 17-year-old Buckarella look at night and day, so he had a growth spurt. Something's still missing here. Unless this is like when she's 14, and it is a year before she joins. A subtle function of the device composed form a harmonious melody. As accompanying through some miraculous feat, the little girl raises up a beaming smile and announces loudly,
It's fixed!
The reed inside the melodics were a bit loose, but I glued them up nicely and securely. Because she's 17 in the base game, and that's 2 years. She's been working for the Caruso for 2 years, which means she was 15, obviously. So I don't know if it's supposed to be her 14 or 15, because like I said, she had a major growth spurt. If that's the case, if she's 15. Being in 2 years is 2 years, but most of the time girls usually stop growing around 16. Which, again, maybe she just had delayed growth spurt. So yeah, Fick, here you go. I think I accomplished things at the start. Hope you don't mind waiting. Sick. What does 10 minutes matter? We're not setting C until tomorrow anyway. It's downtime for us. We can spend it however we want. But you did fix up the melodic up properly, didn't you? Carto, I'd say it's set for 100 years now. Maybe you can pass it down to your children and family heirloom. Nothing else needs preparing, does it? Ha! Free labor. I don't like. I can make myself nauseous if I think about something too gross or disturbing, but I never been able to make myself like seasick. Let's see. No, nothing at all. We thought about going about breaking everything on the ship just to keep you around, but if the captain caught us, he would have us swimming with the fishes. Don't exaggerate. The captain's the kind man, Brocarola. Don't listen to his nonsense.
Will you accept our invitation?
I really do hope that you join us. I know we could count the fishtails splattering out of the ocean together, listen to new songs in different ports, and earn the applause of passengers from everywhere in the world. Not to mention sampling the specialties of each and every tavern along the way. We'd brask on the streets with the sip dock to earn a little extra cash. We can come along to help you find a new instrument, no matter what. No more waiting around for us to come back. But the free breeze sails so far away. I wonder how my parents. I worry for my parents. How would they feel if I was so far away when not even a postcard or phone call could catch me? Silence. Time after time, their invitations fall away to silence. But maybe things will change. I haven't even finished my final exam. When I get to first place, I'll be sure to let all you know. Will you remember to tell me first? Of course, you have my word, Carmelo, #1 up-and-coming musician star.
I swear.
After I pass the exam, I'll quickly gather my things, dash off to the port, and hop onto the free breeze. I keep wanting to say free breeze. Just like that. Click. And more like a boom. When you finally do come aboard, the weight of your luggage might just sink us all. Oh, no special treatment for inspiring virtuosos. If you're worried about my collection isn't compact enough, I've closed the solution to that problem too. Together, it will, whether it's the violin, saxophone, piano, melodic, anything ever instrument can do, a new invention will do it better. My crackling box is going to shake the world of music to its roots. First thing first, I believe you have a little more something I request. I made a joke comparison that she's basically the inventor from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. When it comes to her crackling box. First thing first, I believe you have now hand it over. Again, even as a kid, I was like, this movie's way too long and the ending needs to be changed. That ending sucks as a kid. Even as an adult, it sucks. She sent an open, turning hand to her friend. Her eyes gleamed. I choose the one with the most beautiful tone just for you. A clarinet, The maestro of instrument. Extremely popular, wide application with an adapting tone changer. Crazy Milo. The timing is perfect. I will incorporate it into my crackling box. She grabs the cabinet and with her hand offers a cassette tape. For my best piece I have come up with recently, are all on here. Some are particular sections, a few melodies I have composed myself. Oh, and the sound of footsteps on the cobblestone streets, doves flattering their wings in the waves on the river on a windy day, the sounds of wool being pawed through a bagataga, potiga, whatever that's supposed to be. This is the essence of Cremona. I climbed the bell tower to record the breeze sweeping through from above. I'm almost done with mine. One thing I can do, don't tell you in advance, I recommend you access the unique performer on the streets of Sydney. Vinyl records are slowly being pressed out, and CDs are only now gaining popularity. This is the heyday for cassette tapes. You can carry many things, a speech, a pre-recorded music program, sounds from around the world. Some even faithfully record the heartbeat of a city, becoming the gift for cherished friends. Next time, the time after that. What place would you want to hear next? Elberon or Pepsi, Rebane or Fermento. I can construct those sounds and try to add their unique characteristics into my songs. The friend accepts the gift, placing it in her pocket. Alright, next time I'll bring you 2 tapes, Sydney and Brisbane. Brisbane. Deal. You can take mine. No, you can make it. Deal. You must make it back in time. If I get them before the exam, I should have plenty of time.
Rest assured.
The captain's familiar with the route. There won't be any mishaps. Don't worry. As for the exam, what was that again? Making a violin by hand and when performing on the spot. Shouldn't that be a walk in the park for you? No, not as easy for me as you think, even though I've been putting most of my time into preparing for it. I plan to perform my old music. You mean like practicing pieces on the tape? It should be even more beautiful than them. I've been layering sounds from different instruments in place over the cremona, arranging them meticulously into a complete composition. A violin, a clarinet, a French horn, a timpan, saxophone, harp, even oud, old tin whistle, and plant flute. The crackling box will be able to emulate these timbres of east in every instrument in the world. The bold and satisfying vow. There's one piece suitable for recording and every piece is for live performance. Just as the music plays for the plaza is quite different from what I play on church. Some sounds are more beautiful when heard in specific environments, and other sounds are hard to reproduce even in the finest tuned instruments. My dreams are larger than any just playing the violin. The world came out rehearsed. They have been many times before. Still, they are not ready for the hard or the honest matter. The grass by the river, though, her true wishes flow out more easier. Then you absolutely positive you'll have to join us on the Free Breeze. With the invitation of yours, you'll be entirely one-woman orchestra. Tickets will sell like gelato on a hot day. Forget about being the band. We might just make you captain. My first order of business at Capitano shall be to turn the ship into a maritime concert hall. We will return one only 3 times per year and make them twice. But before that, I need to pass my exam. Until next time, I have to rush back home, rehearse until the end, so that I can lie in my bed room pretending to have a stomach ache. As you wish, Captain.
You'll do great.
Barcarella. The younger musician runs off, but doesn't forget what to wave a heartfelt goodbye to her friends. This was used in this for Shiori. Made it look like no one's back yet. Perfect time. My new record theme will be Day and Carmelo. After all, they are always sitting and they're appreciating a little After all, they're always saying that they appreciate a little soothing music from home to help them sleep while asleep. The tunes she plays from their lullaby, according to her mother. Everyone in the house has hummed a gently melody to her at some point. They used to begin with it. Well, I said she's at youngest. It would make sense if she's like about a year later. Let's say it's a year before she joined the Free Breeze, which means she would have been 14. She sets the instrument now, both violin and clarinet together in her hands. She sits at the window, looking out together at the river and to see the light before the horizon. She breathes deeply, allowing her air to flow eventually smoothly from her chest. On the sea, the glitter, the silver sea. Gentle the waves, favorable the winds. One time the sea glittered, the silver star. One more time. Forget it. Repetition fails. Leads to success. It's easy to attract the falling too. Somehow it never sounded good as when I was a kid. Perhaps the timing had changed, or just a violin made from wood with different grain sounds. Or maybe it's because of her environment had changed. Where did I used to sing this song? She slides her hands up from the wooden cabinet edge to rest against her forehead. The corners of the furniture bear splashes of paint marks. Back then, she had to raise her left hand high and stretch out the brush to release it. Now she has to squat down to see her graffiti clearly. Managing violins is an art. How could a child possibly understand it? and anything such in the future. When will they introduce me? They have to say this is great musician Barcarola and her treasured instrument, the crackling box. Today is the same as the countless ever afternoons in the past. A never lonely afternoon spent with the crackling box. Barcarolla's home.
Thank you all.
This woman's used in a lot of events. Even though this is the 90s, she's still... It's like when you want a fancy woman, they have this asset array rigged up. Thank you for taking the time to visit us. The violin used in this demonstration are merely samples. Next month, we will hold a formal concert with them. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to share. A violin that fits its players' habits is the best violin. The merchant musician collectors of a few curious researchers. The house never lacks the enthusiastic visitors. Oh, Federico, it's very busy. The booketta is always keeping him tied up. But do you want to order a violin? You need to discuss it with him. We have several excellent apprentices and insist on having him make it. Personally, I will afraid you'll have to wait some time. I don't know when exactly he'll be eating or sleeping at the bed of these past few weeks. He's only been back once, even when he got to grab something. The hostess smoothly, soothing her handles the flurry of questions. In a corner of the room, a small figure holds her breath, waiting for her moment. Now, this technically, okay, so that wasn't back in the past, that wasn't 2 years ago, so this is technically doing this like, 12? Judging from that image in the trailer. My parents never took my crackling box seriously. They always say my friends are humoring me when they say it. The time we see new complete strangers react, we know for sure. She curled up in the cabinet, the girl holding her instrument tightly, carefully not to let it get knocked around.
Yes.
Yes, an Antonio style violin delivered a mellow, more classical, pure sound like the sound of spring water. If you prefer a brighter sound, the next performance should satisfy you. Dajdorova violins have never failed the reputation in this regard. Several apprentices have already positioned violins on their shoulders. As soon as the hostess finishes speaking, a humorous melody follows. Bravo, bravo, this is the music hall. I'm certain the sound quality will come through even more clearly. That inclined neck is stunning work. Oh, cracking the sip. Huh? Happen to have an order of an orchestra here. I know it would be a wait, but for the quality, even a year would be worth it. Taking advantage of the quiet conversation, a new note quietly diffuses into the air. Okay. Before we begin, let's run a quick calibration. Okay, when you hear the ting of the triangle instrument, tap the center of the screen to calibrate timing. Okay. When you hear the ting sound. Wait, let me not look. You can manually adjust the delay until the shrinking circle overlaps with the sensation sound of the ting thing. Let's see, when you hear the ting of the triangle, tap the center of the screen to calibrate your timing. Okay. Once you start playing, the circle will appear onto the beat of the music. Tap the circle just at the edge of the shrinking circle, overlaps for a minute, maximum points. Be sure to earn required points to end the music. Okay, start. Okay. Everybody's playing Uzu for babies. I have a small mouse pad. This would be a little easier on a phone. Let's see. Come on, come on. Nice. It's like, I will not play the same song twice unless it's Freebird. I will play Freebird every night. By the second, third, fourth night of Freebird. Oh, they're like, okay, play a different song, please. Whole novel. Besides violin, we have indeed need ever triples, and as a compliment.
Of course.
Of course, monsieur, young child needs such diverse to cultivate their music senses. Haha, who hasn't been there? The music ends following by a sustained, enthusiastic applause. The hosts also offer a few beguiling words of praise. It appears as if the little surprise was arranged specifically for us. Now I really have to grit my teeth in order for a few more violins. Is it possible perhaps you would introduce us to your exclusive performer? My policy troubling this particular performance might be quite overwhelming. Our governess has stage fright. I believe you'll meet her next month's concert, Senor. Governos. I'm sure to arrive on time then, Senor. The small audience discusses eventually fades into a distance. A hand raised in the dark gently falls on a crackling box. I knew it, they adored you. But this isn't some practicing toy for bambinos. Perhaps because it's too sudden and unexpected, I need to prepare more. Yes, Robert footsteps draw near.
Come out now, Barcarola.
Like a thief in the night, I have a good manners that we taught you are gone out the window. Skipping the practice, wasting time drawn at the river. Not mention that the bow you made at the Bogota thoroughly unacceptable. What good do all your gifts? What good do all your gifts and intelligence do if you're so poorly utilizing? Aren't there enough mad geniuses in the family already? The bow was a custom built. I made it for my instrument.
Come out now.
No more excuses.
Wait, Mama!
Astronaut. At a critical moment, her astronaut her foe forsake her. Although minor blunders in her countless failed attempts, her mother's hand grasped her wrists, pulling her and the cracking box out together. Right, Mama. Despite the discipline, no. Alright, my discipline me, Mama. And they love my performance. But they love my performance. I heard their applause. They really praised it. It wasn't just to humor me. Didn't you hear them? I just didn't want to be the only play the violin. An inconvenient confession. Let me see your instrument.
Have you forgotten that too?
Why the hesitation? I've always trusted in my own craftsmanship. Have you forgotten that too? The instrument is visibly different from every other violin and viola and cello in the workshop. In fact, it is barely recognizable as a violin at all. But the proportions are out of place. The dot oddly shaped, with the violin neck itself formed from what appears to be a clarinet. A clarinet. Why did I misread that? Your father and I selected the best spruce and maple. No, best spruce and maple for your violin. It's not easy to find wood with such tight and even growth rings. And prepared the best varnish and even mixed it for this. We wanted to give you the most special gift we could, one that fits you best, an instrument we would love most of all.
Like it?
Do you like it?
Yes.
Yes, Mama. It has a name. It is my beloved crackling box. Despite these embellishments, you've done well for someone your age. Take it. Her mother's accents surprised her. Her explanation she had been prepared for to slip away. Ultimately, she can only inquire softly. You're not angry, Ma? When you finally embrace my ideal, I'm so happy.
I'm not
Mad at you, Bocarola. Her mother's words are gentle but coiled. I'm just disappointed. I once believed you were talented enough to take over the family or become a great musician of your own right. But who would ever take this crackling box of yours seriously? Who would buy such an instrument? And who in the world would ever wish to listen to it? For all that talent, do you really think that the people of will ever recognize you as with them? No, with this, that you can pass your exams with it? Without the servants behind your name, would anyone applaud? As for her mother, decadent calm voice, the question sank deep, and the smile disappeared from Corola's face.
No.
I did not perform for their applause.
All you care about is the violin.
I need to get some more water. Is there really nothing else? No room for anything more? The violin and guitar aren't even doing as well as they used to, Ma. We have fewer and fewer workshops every year, haven't you noticed? If we can't make a change and go beyond adjusting shape, turp wood, and varnish for only us, we must continue and like this until we are completely left behind by the rest of the world. She flies back with a barrage of questions, slipping back from her mother with each one until she's almost left the room. The mark her second failure of the day. Okay. Just gonna go get some water real quick. Nice. No misses. And got extra score. So that took 14 minutes. Okay, that took 40 minutes to read. Good to know. So if we continue this pace of each chapter taking 20 minutes, 20, 30, hour. So we should get done in, without delay, in about hour and a half. That's perfect timing. So, be right back to get some water. See, Kaz. Okay, who added me? Oh, he's added everybody. Excuse me. Let's see. Grab those real quick. Oh, this art refer. Let's see. So I could not find my thermos for some reason. I don't know where it is. So what I did was I had to buy some iced coffee a few days ago at work. I forgot to bring my coffee that I make at home. So I just bought some iced coffee that was on sale. So let me find it. Coffee made. Wait, there. So I had some left over because I got a big bottle, so I filled that thing up with water instead. Images. Alright, so save image. Thankfully, the thing takes WebP. Downloads. Where did it save to? Save. Oh, that just takes GIFs, unfortunately. This thing. 1 quart. So I had some left over, so I filled my normal cup up with coffee. Rinsed it out because this cup is small. It's like a little ice. It's like a little mug. So I emptied that out and then filled it up with water. So now I won't have to go constantly refill my water bottle, because if I can drink all of that and have to refill it, I have a problem. Because I've got an older Nestle Coffee Mate. It tastes worse and worse. You can taste the oil and the artificialness of it. Passing and hesitation. This was used in, if I remember correctly, the Decay artwork. The city is dotted with many churches and their unattended pawns of time served the structured pews. The sanctuary for those. Amidst the bustling streets of Carmelo, there is such a pew and such a church. A small, quiet spot belongs to a Bocarilla alone. I've already recorded the reverberations inside the church. If only there was an organ here. So I've actually done this before. I meant to bring it up in the previous chapter. I've actually gone around my walking trail. No, that's... So, coffee creamer, non-dairy coffee creamers are oil-based. So let's take this for example, the one I just showed. This has a very common creamer in it. Let's look at the ingredients. Let's see. Coffee, water and coffee, that's sugar, obviously. Canola oil. So, ingredients are listed as most... The top ingredient is what's most in there. So, top ingredient, coffee, obviously. And then in parentheses, water and coffee. Then sugar, less than 2% of canola oil. Bacillin capsaicin, a milk derivative. Johnson gum, amino and diglyceride, and baking soda, neutral and artificial flavoring, and guar gum. Now, see, sugar was 22 grams for 12 ounces. Is the second thing listed, and then after that it's oil. Like I said, the way they do it is they mix sugar, oil, and water together to make the coffee creamer. Canola oil comes from the canola plant. It's a seed oil. It's a seed-based oil, like rapeseed oil, like rapeseed oil or sunflower oil. Yeah, it was sold as healthier because it was paid to be sold as healthier. Beef tallow is way healthier for you. There was like this one study done like in the late 80s, early 90s by like one billionaire, and like everybody believed it and didn't do any other follow-up studies on it, and then everybody switched from beef tallow to vegetable oil. And then of course the Super Size documentary was the guy who did the Super Size Me documentary was later on outed for being an alcoholic before he started the program. He dropped alcohol cold turkey. He was also vegan, basically a vegan because of his girlfriend. So switching to meat and ditching the very natural vegan diet and not drinking alcohol anymore. Both of those mixed together to cause him to have all the violent reactions he was having during the filming of Super Size Me. Well, yeah, it's not good to have fast food every single day, 3 times a day. Even fast food companies will say we're not meant for that. So what I'm saying is the Super Size Me documentary, don't get me wrong, fast food's not healthy, especially nowadays. But the Super Size Me documentary was extremely misleading. I keep getting this weird viscous thing in my mouth. Hopefully I get rid of it. The percussions might be unclear, though. Perhaps playing legato would be best. Enough for today. I must find some time to visit the cathedral. With the difference in architecture and space, I'm sure to have a unique orchestral quality. The girl puts away her cassette tape and leans on a pew to observe her surroundings. The stained glass reflects the sunlight in a day's array. When she's younger, she would run around catching these rays. The empty church has kept many of its secrets, its saints and first audience to its competition. Never opposed her vows and wishes, no matter how absurd they might sound. It gave her no confusion or doubt. It never responded at all. I shouldn't have told Mama the world would leave her behind. Should I? And Papa should have make the violin messes. No man is the Brigata. They basically have to let the teacher take care of me most days. They certainly don't have time to travel.
Did I mess up again?
Oh. I think you can hardly switch the towel fact. Let me fix things. Are we going to make something worse? So that's the thing. There's a lot of misconceptions around red meat and fats. People who eat all meat-based diet have actually found an improved immune system. 2 people in they're Jordan Peterson, him and his daughter, and there's some other people. There's one lady who was always on blood medication since her 50s.
Missions always will be done.
I heard will be done, and that was it. She could have closed the door all the way, but no. Screw me, I guess. But no, like I said, beef tallow is more healthier. It's being used with, same thing with ghee. Those things are much more healthier for you than seed oils. But no, like I said, there are people who have had great help by just only eating a meat-based diet. It's the same thing with nicotine. Small doses of nicotine can actually be good for you. It's just the fact of the way most people get their nicotine. It's through cigarettes, which are bad for you. No, let me get Buzz back. Let me actually pull up the stream and see what he said. Let's see. Yeah, it was Mason's always will be done, so okay, got chat, start getting women, start find a girlfriend, get married, and have kids. Don't be deadbeats. I'm looking at you, Char. Anxious to prove herself, the child doesn't overlook that fact. she still lets the crackling box perform its melodies in them. She still earns the crowd's applause, and she's still prepared to be reprimanded by her parents. But things are different now.
Oh, hell, Gundam! Griffin did nothing wrong!
It's Griffith, not Griffin, and Gundam is a separate series. You're right, having these some improper reasons. The curses make them perform better in the large concert hall.
Yes.
We will test them many times to come as close as perfection as possible. The next exhibit is looking forward to your audience. They just start selling the Chinese people. China loves classical music. Yet the host turned back. The time without anyone pulling her out from the wardrobe. The girl stands steadily on her own 2 feet.
Stelina.
What's wrong, Selena? Is there a problem with your klutz? No, Mr. Bastella. No, Mr. Bastella. I've made great progress with my verbal technique.
Mama.
I have something to ask you. Her mother calm demeanor leaves her as a lot, facing her to a stimmer through an expression. Listen. Mr. Bastella said that music transcends race and status. Is it another language that allows people to explore unknown worlds? Whenever we are going to, no, wherever we're going, no, where, I cannot read. Whoever you are and wherever you go, it will always stir the depths of your soul.
As performers,
We
we
must
must fully comprehend the role we play. It is our duty to channel the emotions of music to the world.
Who's Charlotte? Is there a Charlotte character from Gundam? Let's see. Honor Raz, he's a horny bastard. Marisu. There's a Charlotte Hepner from... What series is she from? She is from Mobile Suit Gundam Xenonic Front, a video game. He even Char didn't know who Charlotte is. Oh, bad Char. Bad Char. I think the violin is great, but I can't express all my thoughts. In its current status, neither can my crackling box. See, that's what I love about music. Like I said, I love a movie that focuses like a... See, I love Fantasia, both 1 and 2. Char, you're good. You didn't do anything. Violin mimics humans' voices, but I want to find an instrument that can imitate flowing water, the sounds of fruit falling from a tree. But no, entire movie, like I said, that's what I love about, I'm not an entire movie that's no dialogue, that's music. Especially, like I said, Fantasia, but you would use, it would focus on 2 different characters who can't speak each other's languages, but, through music, they communicate, or they would use the music for help the audience learn how they're communicating with each other. Because if you had like 2 characters, like if you wanted to make if you want a low concept movie, they cannot communicate with each other, and the music is purely diegetic, or they are playing music to communicate with each other. In universe. If you want a more high concept one, oh, don't worry, all fair in love and war, Marisu. If you want a more higher concept movie, you can make them psychic. And even though they cannot communicate each other verbally, they communicate like their feeling to each other, like empaths on crack. And then you can have the music fully diegetic. No, fully non-diegetic. If you want, like like that's off the top of my head, the kind of movies where you can do with the communication of music. It's the same with the Emoji Movie. You can actually have an interesting concept with two people. The Emoji Movie, as someone brought up how you could have had an interesting movie about two people who did not speak, two people who spoke different languages and how they communicated instead of using, typing, they used emojis to communicate with each other at first, being the fact that pictures are almost universal. Obviously, we have different ways of there are different ways of saying, there are different ways of giving people the middle finger. There are different ways of saying how many free in different countries, hand wise. What I'm saying is, relatively, a lot of the generic emojis are very universal, and can express universal thoughts. So what I'm saying is, that's what I like about stuff like music. No, it was someone else who brought it. It wasn't you. You're not that special. I saw it in an Apple review. Wasn't this you? I believe you got it from a review yourself. I don't believe you. It wasn't a Nostalgia Critic. I don't know who it was. I want to make the crackling box able to convey every sound in the world. I want to think I've succeeded, Mama. Mama. I'm pretty sure this background was used when for Marcus's character.
Wonderful.
Buckarella, I think was enough. It's just like you're about to set off on a pirate adventure or something. Anyway, this is for you. I know you wanted to listen to it, but I feel like I know someone else came up with it and it wasn't just you. I can clearly hear a guy's voice in my head saying it, and you don't have a guy's voice. Like I said, you might have independently came up with the same concept, because it's not an original idea of how to use emojis. Seize the opportunity to test the crackling box. Nothing major, though. This one is called A Day in Carmela. I went to a church yesterday, and specifically to record some quality sounds. She would make, ambient, 8-hour-long ambient tracks to sleep to. Or to work out to. Not work out to study to, if she lives in modern day. Just a certain liver pounding display of beauty violins in the family's workshop. Number 14. My bitch-ass mom doesn't like my musical taste. She doesn't understand that Tool is Kino. This is for you. The cassette. Number 5. That boy, Jerry, he didn't share his ice cream when I asked him to. I specifically sent a live stream my death to him, personally. And of course, number 1, you, for reading this book. You're a bad person. I would have not died if you stopped reading. That'd be a really good way to end that book. Like a nice little meta commentary on how you want to see how she dies, so you keep reading. So technically, if you stop reading, she can forever stay alive. Kind of like in Undertale, if you don't reset the game, if you just beat the game and don't reset it, all the characters can have a happy ending. But if you choose to play a game again, you're technically ripping their happy ending from them. Oh wow! 13 reasons why me and Comey can't communicate. Let's see, this is for you, the 2 cassettes, just like you asked for. I even met a guy from France with a Betet drum. It got a really cool sound. I recorded a segment for you, right at the end of the tape. Their gift swap come to an end, and the gifts moved on to discussing their lives. Girls, not gifts. How's the free breeze been lately? You come back so quickly. Was there some bad weather? No trouble this time, right? Apparently, the captain has some personal matters to deal with. He didn't really explain it to us. But we do have something big news. Notice how Bernard didn't come back with us this time? He disembarked to a different port. We might pick him up on return ship.
Every family has its skeletons.
Your family specifically got several Hannahs. Did he get homesick? I mean, even if you used the life on the ship, do you ever wish that you could stay on land for a little longer? Right now, I feel like the Carmela is stuck in a big violin case, trapped in all the sound inside. Once you leave home, the novelty wears off quickly. You eventually start to miss that solid grounded feeling on standing on terra firma. The captain told us he was planning on running the ship for another 5 or 6 years, and then handing it over to someone else. You know what makes enough money? Find a place he likes and settle down, so he doesn't have to keep running around. When he's older. But when about you, Barcarola? You know your dreams are bigger than this one town. The sound of her friend's concern, Barcarola falls silent for a moment. If she leaves, Carmela will everything change? If you were to leave the violin behind, will she find the freedom to express herself? There are countless cities and instruments in the world, Carmilla. It's just one small place in Italy, and Italy is just a small slice of the world. A slice of a piece of pie. She knows its land, she knows the bricks, she knows a mortar of it. Its seasons, they change. It's like a song about the old folk songs. Aye.
I see.
I see what you're thinking, and I understand. But when you're not forgive your exam date, remember your priorities. Children go through all kinds of habits, hobbies, and odd ideals. Ever since you were little, you have such an imaginative mind. Your structures have always been unpredictable, maybe because you think too much. Imagination should be a good fit for an abstractus, though this arcane skill only works if you can picture it in your mind that the materials should look like one when they join. So kind of like alchemy, almost like alchemy when it comes to building things, at least how alchemy builds things in FMA.
You're as fickle as the weather.
Maybe you should give up on this ideal too. No, we already talked about this.
I'm leaving Cremona.
Once I pass my exam, I'm boarding the Free Breeze and leaving this place. When that time comes, I sing a song that I could never record for you. Okay, that was chapter 4. Let's go on to chapter 5. There's 4 more chapters to go. Nice. Okay, hydration check for boys. Oh, that's good. I can drink like a camel, after all. The Indivisible. Reading music notation, reading sheet music is like is a fascinating skill. Like it's a complete separate language. But then again, technically reading analog clocks is also a separate language, and people with dementia will sometimes forget how to read it. A lot of people with dementia cannot read analog clocks anymore because they forget how to read because technically it's a language. You don't even realize it is because you can tell it's a language. Because even when lack of information, such as the numbers, by looking at a clock face, you can read it. It's kind of fascinating how that works. And you don't really think about it being a separate a type of language, but it is. And like I said, apparently it's gonna be something forgotten with dementia. The modded venue is packed with people all around, leaving only the center area free for the performers. Among them, a young girl draws the most attention.
Relax.
After today, I pick up my things and start counting the days until the ship comes back. Fingering the sheet music, posture, nothing can go wrong. My instruments, nessun problema. My crackling box is better shaped than ever. Her eyes of the crowd make her instrument feel somewhat heavier. But she's grown used to being washed. She straightens her back and steadies her instrument on her shoulder. My parents and Mr. Estrella, I just know they're going to be amazed by my new piece. The song carries the scent of the sea breeze, just like a journey across the ocean, a farewell port of Australia. If I cannot travel, then at least I can bring the sounds from the distant places here. Next, please, Senora Barcarola, our youngest little musician, the pride of Stravella. I will not repeat the accomplishments she made on her path to mastering the violin here. Remember, her playing once had even made the fish in the river pop leap to soar.
Mamma mia!
That was just a misunderstanding and something of an exaggeration. It's about to rain that day, and... Let's see if Senor Bagrella can take the top spot this year. Please come forth and show us your violin. Let us admire the elegant neck and its glimmering surface, the pinnacle of craftsmanship from the legendary... Is that really what you're playing with?
Yes.
Yes. This is the
This is
instrument.
my instrument.
This is my weapon. This is my gun. This is for fighting. This is for fun. This is for fighting. This time, she doesn't hesitate, naturally holding her crackling box in her hand, raising it so everyone, even in the furthest corners, can see it. The crowd falls into an awed silence. The wood chosen by my parents is the best there is. The sound is rich and balanced. The varnish, the strings, the edges, the curvature of the body, it took quite some time to perfect. Most children taking the exam will follow their family's example and remake the violin from scratch. The ever obstinate is nearly impossible. By making small improvements to an existing instrument can be more difficult than crafting a new instrument from nothing. No matter the standard, it is already a perfect enough.
The best instrument is the one that truly suits the performer.
I don't want to make just another beautiful copy. I love my violin. It has always been with me. But I made a few modifications to make it more suited to my style. It is yet finished, and I continue trying to combine new instruments with it until it is. For now, though, I will intend to perform a brand new piece for you. Amidst the stunned silence, she raises her bow. She is the anti-Coldplay. I don't know the lead singer, but what's his face? For sure. Admire the stunning silence and raises her bow. Okay. Let's do some jam, boys. Well, that's a song. Okay, we're probably gonna get one more for chapter 7. I started panicking, started getting a lot of goods. That was fun. How refreshing! I've never heard music like that. Oh, like this. I've certainly never seen a violin like that. Amidst this little Regalza has brought her from to say it's quite adorable, don't you think? Senora Cristino, I'm certain you would have had the courage to do something like this her age. When she grows up, she'll surely be an even better violinist than I am. After a moment, a new sound fills the room. Applause breaks out, polite and measured. For their courteous smiles, she already reads the result of her exam. Vivid, impractical, unsuitable, juvenile. They never take my crackling box seriously. All they can think of is the traditional. No one will ever want to buy an instrument like this. It's kind of like how Academia does not like chiptune music. there's a big stigma against chiptune, and but it sucks against chiptune. You can make some really impressive stuff with it, but it's just that natural the new thing bad kind of problem that they've had for a long time. Other thing about the tradition, no one will ever want to buy an instrument like this. Is that all they can strive for as artisans to sell as many of our instruments as we can? I don't belong here, not in this city of violins. Not there, no room for anything else. The young girl curls up and on her familiar pew, folding her exam results, the mind somewhere else. After folding it several times, it becomes a neat little paper airplane. Hey, this is the second time someone made a paper thing, because Flutterpage made her paper cranes. The rustling sounds are actually quite interesting, but a piece of paper summarized my entire life so completely.
I'm leaving Cremona.
And you're going to stay here in some corner forgotten. 3, 2, 1, yeah! Hey, Louisville. The paper plane glides smoothly out of the church door, disappearing from Berkelow's sight. Along with the unsatisfying results, her hesitation vanishes. She stands up. She stands up. The light from the stained glass blurs her face vision for a moment. She quickly steadies herself. Maybe I'll just come back. Maybe I won't. But first I must send some time away. Maybe the next time we come back to port I visit. It's time out, and it will still be the city of violins, and the Travadas will still be the greatest of their violin makers.
Will they miss me?
Will they say something about me? The girl who doesn't quite belong? Her hands trace the old pew, feeling the deep grooves of the wood. No one will there to cast incantations for your small repairs. No one will wish to record your voice and turn it into a song. Will you still be here? Will someone come and clean your pews and wipe your stained glass? It's time to say a proper goodbye. The church remains silent, save for the clicking of footsteps towards the door. So she's leaving now, she's close to 15 then.
Really?
You mean it? You really decided to join the Free Breeze?
Oh, gosh.
Gosh, this is... I know it's abrupt, and maybe you don't think I belong seriously before. But it's still, it's the SIP still sort of a musician I'd like to join. That's amazing! I bet the Everts I bet the Everts you'd join. Look like I can buy lunch for the next few stops. I'll pay for you too. No need to be shy. Call it a celebration of our newest musician. Let's not forget, I'm only saying I decided I want to join you. I haven't even spoken to the captain yet. What if I failed the audition?
Something on your mind?
Buccarola, is there something getting you down? What did your exam? Her friend could tell her mood was off from the moment the conversation began. It's just like you said, it doesn't prove anything. It's just a way for violin makers to gain a bit of recognition. The recognition is what keeps them going until they can run their own regattas. But that was never your plan, was it? You don't need that kind of recognition. My parents, my teachers think I needed it. They think I was wasting my talent, and that I'm not taking my gift seriously enough. She moves her hands away from the violin neck. The once odd and impractical shape has been smoothed into an elegant and beautiful violin. You took it apart? What are you thinking, Barcarola? You spent ages figuring out how to make the crackling you're talking about. I tried it before, but I couldn't bring myself to disassemble it. Now I understand that separating things stuck together with extructs is more harder than keeping them intact. This is actually an older violin, one I had tried to make into a crackling box a long time ago. I still set on inheriting that because at that time I thought I was destined to become the next great violin maker in Travada's family, the next Antonio. If I leave it with my parents, they'll accept my decision and maybe they won't be too mad. I've proven I can do it. I just know that I don't want to be what they wanted me to be. Well, yeah. Well, hi. How you been, Louisville? I'll explain everything to them tomorrow. For now, I guess I just hope that cheer up my performance.
Let's go.
I have the perfect song to impress the captain. I still got I got most greats and more perfects. Luckily, I got. Hey, it's money. If I got one less great, if there was one less note in the song and I got one less good, I would have had my goods and perfects would have added up to be my greats. But now my goods and perfects added up to be one more than my greats. That's funny. 3 more to go. Record a track in the crackling box. Wonder how that works. What'd be the final thing at the end? A lot of times that green color was made using arsenic back in the old days. I see you already made up your mind. Have you thought about what you're doing? What if something happens? We won't be there to help you. What if you get stuck or hurt? They'll be so far away.
Mama.
I'll be very careful. Alright, and when the ship returns, I'll come back to Carmela again. I'll visit you. You won't be apart for too long, maybe 3 or 5 months at a time, and time will fly by. Hardly enough time for even build a violin. 3 or 5 months? Oh, 3 or 5 months. That time I won't know what you are or what you're doing. Figure, Mamma Mia. I still expect you to be back down just those over times before. First you said you wanted to take over the Bagata, then you decided to become a musician, and now you're leaving Carmela to join the cruise band. You wanted to use your Estrella to build a tiny house, and then the next day you tore them apart, made them into windmills. And when it came to your first family performance, you kept changing the song right until the very moment you were on stage.
You're as fickle as the weather.
What if you get tired of this step? What will you do then? You won't be able to just walk away? Yeah, Mamma Mia, I'll be very careful. Cut the ship blowing up. And her nearly drowning. The free breed changes its route all the time. There will always be the free breed changes its route all the time. There will always be new passengers coming aboard. I'll see so many new things, and everyone will want to hear my new music. I won't quit that easily. And not like Kamala, everywhere everything always stays the same, and where everyone always telling me what I should do. There's no more need for rehearsing her words. There's no more need for her rehearsing her words. She simply speaks her mind without hesitation, and she decides on her own farewell gift. This is for you and for Papa. I once tried to make a violin just as good as the crackling box, but I changed my mind along the way. Back then I thought I'd finish it one day and make it as good as, maybe even better. It wasn't long after I started taking performance lessons and was fascinated by the sheer number of sounds. I began to think about how to blend them all into my music.
That's what I really want to do.
Not what I thought I should do. Even if my extra keeps failing, even if no one takes my crackling box seriously, I will finish it. I want to prove to you that I did genuinely work hard through all of these lessons. Each time I performed with the crackling box in Kamala, people just saw me as a child playing with a toy. No matter whatever it was, the instrument or the performance, the people here never really accepted me. They always waited for me to grow up, to stop being childish, to get serious, to return to the world of violins, their world.
This isn't what I want.
She's like, it sank near Australia, that godforsaken land. That's the thing. They take place in the 90s. It's hard to kind of tell. Well, yeah, they take place in I did take place in 88. It's a 2 year. No. They take place in 89. Being the fact that the current story arc is in 1991. And again, 2 years ago. So, again, because this house is a fancy house and it's supposed to look, like, kind of rustic. Not rustic, the word I'm looking for. Super fancy. They're using doing the house from, Noten Shiori, I'm pretty sure. It's from, Noten Shiori. So that house was, like, 1800s? Early 1900s? And of course, because they're using a model from a woman from chapter 6, it makes it look like the chapter taking place in like the 40s, like the at latest 40s, but probably more likely the 1910s, because of both of those details. But no, taking place in 89. I used to want to become a Lucifer, but then I thought I would know it. But then now I know what I want to do. I want to play music for people on that ship. What do you mean? You don't understand stranger danger? When a cult leader comes to you and asks you to perform, you say no. You're lucky that brown girl saved your life. That islander. One second. I wonder what Fatitu's character will be. Presumably will be a prequel to her on the island, Nukatawa. Hey, I pronounced it right for once. Performers must fully comprehend the role that they play. It is the dust of channel their emotion of music to the world. The ship Brookerola speaks of is a place where she aims to play her role and fulfill her duty. The ends join are a little rough, and band is uneven, and the neck is slightly straighter than the one we made for you. It won't sound as bright as your crackling box. You still have a long way before you can call yourself a woofer. That's what I mean, like violin maker. Let's look that up. Luthier, a maker of stringed instruments. Now what? Is this a shipment for? Is this a business shipment? I haven't figured it out. Is this a business shipment you're working on or a personal shipment? Because like I have no real problem with UPS personal shipments. Because I ship things out. I made returns with UPS a lot, and I never have mailed something to UPS. I had an idea of shipping something to Tao once, but it was a little. I wanted to kind of repair it first before I shipped it, so I never got around to doing it. You still have a long way to go before you can call yourself a luthier. But then, becoming a musicianist should still suit you for now. Her mother sighs, but the underlying encouragement in her words is evident.
Good.
Good then. At least our family name will open doors for you in any orchestra. Or just tell them you're from Kamala and show them your instrument. They will know. It won't worry too much about how you're making a living, but just tell them if you run into any problems. Vonvana?
No, Mama.
I won't travel just as another performer from the Carmilla, or even a Stravada luthier.
Just Barcarola.
Don't worry, with or without the family name, I'll find a way. But I don't want to go as some famed musician traveling the world. I just want to be an ordinary girl leaving this home for the first time. Also, Lifeline. When does the ship leave? In 3 days, the captain said we'll be heading to some new port, and we'll pass Carmilla again in a year or so. I have to go now Let's look up how they actually pronounce this word, because they keep saying it and I'm butchering it every single time it comes up. It means workshop or studio in Italian. Pronunciation. Bottega. So like bodega, but bottega. I talked to Amazon, I talked to UPS, and not a single guy. A personal shipment, for some reason they keep thinking that my address is wrong even after I correct the 5 times already. Okay, what you need to actually do, okay, so this is what you need to do. Ship it to your place of work, actually. If your work allows it, some people I know do that at my job. Ship it to your place of work, and then they take it home. The mom's like, what do you mean? You fought a giant monster! What's this about the new world? What do you mean you were arrested and falsely imprisoned? falsely arrested and imprisoned. That, what you might need to do is you might need to set up a PO box at your local, like the closest post office. You either do your work or set up a PO box at your closest post office, and have it shipped to your PO box. Because if you live in literally the backwoods of nowhere and they can't figure out your address because like GPS is being gay and retarded, you're just gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to use established businesses to deliver your packages. Actually, that might be a problem near a place I go. That might have to be a problem near there's a local deli I go to, and there must be a problem around there because they have they will get packages shipped to them for people who live near them to pick up. Probably because that entire area was retrofitted and new streets were added. It was like a backwoods area, so you might again have to just make your business, find a place like that nearby that that will accept UPS deliveries. Have a PO box set up at a at a post office nearby, or simply have it be shipped to your work and then take it home with you. Because I know when people live in apartments, they'll have it. I know they will have it shipped. A lot of times, office workers will do it. But again, especially if you live in an apartment building, you'll have it shipped to your office instead. Because one time, sometimes it's just quicker that way because your office might be closer to the warehouse, and then two, like I said, when the packets come to the office, you can make sure no one steals it. I'm here. There's a woman, I forgot what movie it was in, but she just screams like Harold. Her husband when she gets bad news. So I'm just picturing her being like that. She passes out and her husband needs to use smelling salt to revive her. I have to go now to the Bogota. Papa has been busy lately. It's better that I go see him. A year really does go by in the blink of an eye. Parting is never easy, but when a new life is so close at hand, it takes a few steps forward. The sadness will fade and overtake the excitement of what's to come. The sound of her mother's voice will always tug at her heart. Delina, just a little longer. There's still a few things I need to say. The day breaks as the newest crew member steps onto the deck. Most of her luggage has been moved into the cabin already, but one piece remains. Placing over 2 instrument cases down, Brokerlo takes a moment to take... It's like, what do you mean the captain was shot? So like, what? And about the noble staff just took over the ship? Because if there's the fog of war, some of the new Italians did side with grace. After placing the 2 instrument cases down, Brokerola takes a moment to take in her first real steps aboard. Finally, these are after all the things I couldn't leave behind. Thankfully, you don't need to lug them around all the time. Here, let me take these to your room. We can take a walk around the ship and get used to things. We'll leave at noon, so there's plenty of time. No need to thank me. I'm sure I'll be asking you to teach me some techniques soon enough. Her friend rushes off as quickly as she doesn't give him a moment to reply. She pushes open the nearest door. There, Chie. The blistering scene from before is unlike anything she's seen before. Music, voices fill the air, drowning out both the wind outside and the rocking of the ship. A warm light rained down from above, reminding her of the light that soared through the church's stained glass windows. It's only now that she realizes she has left the world behind. The church, the workshop, the bell tower, all are past now.
There are so many passengers.
I won't have to worry about not having any audience anymore. I'm glad it wasn't all in vain. Those 2 violin cases are quite heavy. Her mother's advice echoes in her ear. Take this violin with you too. There are pieces that only shine when played with the right instrument. Maybe the right place for it still is out there waiting for you. If you find that piece, you can let me know when you come home to Kamala via the bane. It's been a long time since you played it, but even so, make your papa and I so happy to see how much you love your crackling box. Keep exploring. The best instruments will be the one that suits you best. It's weird getting nice parents for once in the story. A lot of times I was really expecting her mom to be a complete bitch to her, just like Flutter Page and whatever. But no, it's nice and reflecting that she actually is supportive. And what was once a proud declaration of now become a tender form of encouragement. She repeats the words and stared at the time of her exam.
Good luck, Stelina.
What do you mean she teleported out? Why did the cops stop her? And they teleport on the ship? What do you mean one of the women was packing heat and she didn't use it? Again, Bird having a gun is always one of my favorite details. Let's say goodbye now, Mama. The ship is about to set sail. My child, I'm going to miss you. Let me hold you one more time. My child. Mama, don't be like that. I'll be back before you know it. The Free Breeze is scheduled to embark at noon. All the departing aboard exchange their final goodbye.
Mamma mia!
I forgot to give them a hug. And I didn't even say goodbye to Mr. Pastella either. I haven't seen him since the exam. And there's still so many sounds left in Camilla. Suddenly, all the unrecorded sounds grow unbearably loud, like a roaring thunder in the storm. The noise rushes over her, leaving her feeling suffocated and alone. Farewell. She can feel so cold, like an iron rain, like a violin string drawn taut and silent.
No.
This cannot
This
be.
can't be happening.
Oh, damn, Betsy, steal my line. In a panic, she turns around and dashes through the door. To be continued. Okay, where to go? I'm really enjoying this character story. If we're really lucky, we'll get Mabel to come in and rant about the postal service. There's still time. She steps over to the threshold and walks onto the deck, the descent into the gangplank. She turns back and she gazes at the place that she is leaving behind. We sit in a dark corner. Yeah. That would be really funny if he did. Because I like his little sketchy style he does. Take another good look at the city. Its crowded squares, its ancient alleys, it's full of music. The gentle breeze before dawn, its heartbeat resounding in the air, pulsing with the crowd. Mama, Papa! The seeds are sprouting on the windowsill. I wish I could share these with you, a story of the bird returning to the roost. The hostess sits at the table and turns a machine. The tape begins to play, faithfully recounting all that's recorded. This is your Stella's final message.
I know I won't be gone for long, but I already feel homesick. Papa and Mama are busy at work, and it's really not my style to express these sentiments. So, I'll let this cassette tape, one of the greatest inventions in history, do the talking.
A quiet dawn out the melody.
The sounds from within and outside of Cremona are all recorded on it. You can listen to them when you have the time. I love you.
Like a soft and endless melody, and my dearest oldest friend. See about modding your PS3 then, and then able to downloading the game, or you can just emulate it. Just emulate the PS3 emulation is getting more and more stable. So you might just be able to emulate Armor Core. Hey, I thought the UPS driver's fault that their system can't find where you live. What you need to do is you need to find the UPS Minecraft server and grief it. Find their little Minecraft farms and grief them. Kill their little Endermen. No, kill their little Iron Golems. The old town seems empty in the early dawn. Still, all is silent and still. When it is so silent, the clutter off cobblestone ringing out specifically loud. Not far now. Just 2 more alleys to go. For a brief moment, she wishes she could take back every decision she made up to this point. Let time move to the distant, sunny afternoon. The first time she tried mixing varnish for a violin she used to paint the wooden cabinet. Back to the childhood where no road led forward. Like a weary bird returning to the net, just a life journey now beckons me onward. Her place leaves her breathless. Or perhaps the thought of arriving at her destination that makes her hesitant. This is yet another choice that she will ultimately abandon. Will she really turn her back on the free breeze? The ship doesn't leave until noon. I can still go back, pack, and explain everything to the captain and my friends.
There's still time.
I'm quick. I'll be home in time for breakfast. Homemade jam and sausage, fresh bread with... Oh, damn it. You sound good. She dabs her tear-filled eyes with her sleeve. The mooning light passes over her, but she still can't bring herself to make a choice. Sophie's choice. My place isn't here in Kamala. I must journey into the vast unknown. That's used in Chapter 6 for Vienna. First of all, okay, so I'll send you some YouTube videos on how to emulate. How to emulate a PS3 game. What do you have? Do you have a PC? So what I want you to do is go to your search bar and type what's it? Type system. System information. I think better yet, no, you can do it simpler. So you have an HP laptop, which means I need you to control panel. So type control panel and then go to system on control panel. You can also find it in settings / system about. So if you're on the settings page, you can just go to settings, go to system, and then go to about. This send me a screenshot of the specs that you have. And I can see if you can I was able to emulate PS2 game no problem on an HP laptop back with Windows 7 back in the day during high school. I don't know what the model is. So like I said, go to your search bar, type in system and settings. Once you're on the settings page, hit system and then hit about. And then DM me that when you get a chance. Even in the dawn, the plaza is still lively as ever. Each corner claims merchants, visitors, and townsfolk. Same as it ever was. It's just another day. Mama, the same old street musicians are still here, playing the same old songs, the same old daily roll to sell. She moves closer, unable to resist. One of the girls recognizes her. The genius violinist with her hand in the clouds. Where are you off to now? In a performance, or are you working on something with your father?
Ready to play a song?
Come, it's been ages. HP Envy 17 or HP Envy X360? Let's see. Did someone spec? Display feature. Oh, this is really annoying. It won't even tell me. Cool. So. Dear Lord, the HP site is annoying. As I'll get out. Because we're trying to find what the specs of this. I'm sorry, but every time we bring up Zeroff, he pulls the most blackest thing possible every time we bring him up. One stand-up comedian. She's like, yeah. She's like the fat chick's like, yeah. I don't think you can really. Yeah, you say you're like, you're into black guys, but could you really pull anything better? And the same thing for the black guy. It's one of those things where like, are you guys really into each other, or is it mainly because the fact he kind of just like, black men are only second. I think it goes. I know Asian men are at the bottom of the sexual desirability for women in America, but I think is it Mexican or black men are above that. I forget. What I was saying is that stereotype of the fit black guy or the thin black guy with the really fat white chick is a stereotype for it's a stereotype for a reason, because it has been made true every single time. Not every single time, but you know what I mean. Over and over again, it has made itself known. i7. Oh, you can actually add more memory if you want to. Maximum memory is 32 gigabytes. How much does it currently have? I assume yours has 6 memory options. What memory did you get? 16, 8, or 12 graphics? Integrated graphics. Optional. So you sort of have a NVIDIA graphics card built into it. First options. State drive. You should be able to emulate PS free games just on a lower setting. If you can, at least definitely PS2 games. The girl effectively drops her arms over Bokoro's shoulder and hands her violin. She leans in and lowers her voice.
Lend me a hand, will you? For old time's sake.
Use your name to back me up here. Remember all the times we played together when we were kids? She pulled out a knife, remember? Look how busy the streets is. Just the perfect time to pull in a crowd. Hey, isn't that one of the Stravatas? She comes down here just to play for us. With all the commotion, many eyes have been drawn their way. Their famous name being roared aloud is enough to stir them into emotional gathering. I'll play just one piece, though I'm kind of busy right now, so Von Bon, I'll get started. Let's get going. Let's do some jam, boys. No, I missed. No, I'm missing. No, it's not going back. I ran out of mouse pad. I need to refocus. Lock back in. I don't know. I think I missed like 3 or 4. I don't really play games on my laptop, but you don't trust it. Only accepting sound mode to enhance this. And for some old stream games, we had Quake and Half-Life. Okay, I'll give him at least he's one of the fat chicks that would obviously look good if she lost weight, and well, Zero's a bit of a Oreo, even though he tried not to be. Well, I don't think it's really an Oreo thing to be into like, you know, like, I think the stereotype is like you know, like gangster, like ghetto black people like white chicks. Oh yeah, that I don't know, but no, I know he's Zero is kind of an Oreo. I've talked to him enough to know that. It was really funny when they used to make black variants of Barbie dolls to be more inclusive. And when they did, there was an Oreo tie-in with Barbie, so they did the normal Barbie doll. And then they got a lot of pushback when they did it, you know, the standard, oh, here's your black variant. I completely crossed out for that second. Thankfully, I was able to recover. But they got bad. I'm gonna move my laptop over a little bit so I get a little more mouse pad room. But no, I was like, no, I'm moving everything. I'm dying. Broken arrow! I need you to drop a nuke right in this spot now! that was fun. The applause are exactly as anticipated. Lucky me, I've been in Carmelo for a few days, and it's the first time I've seen a show like this. To right, senor. Right now. No, to right. And why not take this chance to pick up some... an instrument that's as amazing as hers. Maybe your own darling child will grow up to be a great violinist. Oh, really? You know, I've always hoped for something which catch the little one's attention. It's the queen of the new age Barbie. That makes it sound like she's part of the S&T squad. She's also in a Garfa. That's the the discontinued Oreo Barbie. Let's look her up. Let's see. Save image. Desktop. I don't want to keep saying too much if section. Image. Where's he? Alex went a bold new direction by making her the secondary love interest. If you choose to follow, she'll be the love interest. There's two neutral routes, neutral A and neutral B. She'll be the neutral B route, the Garfin route. Well, Goth's Kusen. It's Friends and Kusen, unfortunately. Well, so is Skonitz. Skonitz also, unfortunately, Friends. And technically Serpico and, not Farron, Fernice are Italian. But yeah, Gus is either French or Germanic. It's hard to tell. I forget. But because of the fact that we know that Earth is shaped just like our Earth in Berserk. Again, just the names of the continents are changed. That's how we know these people's ethnicities. No one mentioned the music. No one praises the melody. Not a single note of it. All they do is babble about the violins he's holding. They turn to guess what kind of wood she used, what it was crafted, and what Lutheran named it onto the sound box. Here you go. It's been a while since we hung out, and what classes and practice keeping me busy all the time. What's wrong with all of this all of a sudden? Thanks. You're not the only one of the faults. No, you're not the only one at fault here. I mean, I haven't come knocking for you even recently. To tell the truth, I kind of feel embarrassed. Your family's so famous, so I was worried. I thought I might be disturbing you. But then I heard you were planning to leave Kamola and join a cruise ship. Now it really took me by surprise. Anyway, I'm glad that you're still here. You're a Stravada. You can't possibly go off and do something so ridiculous. She gives Bergola a pat shoulder of release. The girl delicately shoulder trembles under the weight of the East pat.
Come on.
Come on, it's alright. Let's just do stupid things sometimes, don't we?
The past is the past, my dear friend.
Yeah, it's all over now.
Do you
It's so over, chat. Adios, I see you later. She walks towards the alleyway. She recites her steps across the ground, passing the stone steps east. She briefly steps by. So I think. Well, let me think. I don't know. Don't quote me on this, but I think the island that Puck comes from is actually England or Scotland, if I remember correctly. How much they distance they travel. I'm pretty sure Elfhelm is technically supposed to be fantasy. It's supposed to be their version of England, but don't quote me on that. She retraces her steps across the ground, passing each stone step, where she briefly stops. She finds, or it could be Ireland, but Ireland is a little even farther than England. She finds a quiet spot and leaves herself onto the ground.
Not me. It's unbearable.
The theater coming daylight, making this keeps me here. Life's journey offers me poetry and song. At this point, I'm glad I gave up on Berserk because the look of it, Guts is being bit sad. Sorry, I did 2 misses. That's not bad. Okay, so, the thing is that it's called a character arc. Like, dear lord. The entire point is the fact that he's, like, this is on par for, you know, this is called a character arc. Like, that's the entire point. Like, he's in the belly of the beast. This is called the Dark Night of the Soul that he's going through right now. The Dark Night of the Soul. Like, this is what generates pathos. Like, that's the problem with a lot of Marvel movies, that they don't let characters fully sit in the emotions, so we lack the pathos required to make us really invested anymore, because they're not willing to let characters be in the doldrums. Atlas is too cowardly to let up talking to get a taste for real hot chocolate, but no, you have to keep dating skinny ass Jap girls instead of juicy queens. I'm just seeing you like a black woman doing stand up, like, yo, they don't give us the Jap girls instead of the real juicy queens, like that Al Sharpton parody from Boondocks. You must have. Were you around for the boat arc, original boat arc? Because that lasted 5 years. But no, I can understand. In the moment, when you're in the moment, it feels like it's taking forever. But you gotta let the story take its pace. Cause like, for Land of Lustrous, it felt really repetitive. Every month, getting a chapter, and it felt like Fox was just going through the same cycle over and over again, getting built in one chapter, doing something in the next chapter, getting destroyed in the next. Getting built in one chapter, fighting somebody in the next chapter, getting destroyed in the next chapter to get rebuilt in the third, it was a cycle. It was a free act cycle. Built, fight, destroyed, over and over again, and it was lasting for like almost a year. But a lot of stuff was happening in those chapters under the surface, and when you have a chance to actually read all those chapters back to back, they flow really well. Like obviously, like I don't want an author to rush things in the momentary and damage his or her work for the long term. So, obviously, the gamble is go somewhere in the end. Like, you have to pay it off. But if you're also rushing things, that's also the gamble. Because, like, saying is, if it takes forever, you have to worry about them not paying things off. If it takes too quick, you have to worry about things not taking too long. Because, like, Arcane Season 2, you can tell that they were forced to shorten it drastically. And that so seriously suffered from it in a lot of areas. Like Mel's arc was completely. I felt like Mel's arc was butchered because of it. All because same thing with House of Dragon Season 2. You can definitely tell that it should have been. I have no problem with the ending per se, but you can tell that they had the first half of the season planned out more way more. The first 4 episodes planned out way more than the second 4 episodes, meaning the fact that they lost 2 episodes. Well, like I said, it's understandable. Like I said, after the creator dies, that's it for you. That's perfectly understandable. But like I said, for me, I always hate when people are like, "Where's the story?" Like they want people to. I hate when fans want the author to rush the story, and then like for your momentary pleasure of getting a new chapter, you damage the story for the long term. Like I always hate when that happens to art. That's why I'm willing to wait. Like I said, Spider-Verse Part 3 could be terrible, or it could be great. But I want it to be what the creators want it to be. I don't want it to be something the studio forced out right away. So like if it's terrible and it's terrible because the creators wrote a bad conclusion, I want it to be that way. I don't want it to be terrible because the studio forced them to get it done. If it's great because like obviously you need to put your foot down sometimes and be like, hey, get your act together, make this product. Like you don't have a deal. Like obviously we can go too far and it can be the Doors of Stone for the Kingsguard Chronicles, or The Winds of Winter. Like, don't get me wrong, there are been times when creators just take forever. The one thing I'll say about The Winds of Winter, at least, that he was working on, he is working. He's not just, doing nothing. So, like, he was working on Fire and Blood and the Duncan Egg trilogy. The problem is, though, I get why, because sometimes you need a break from what you're currently writing and write something else to, keep the juices flowing. But I can understand the fans' frustration of the fact that here you're producing these Everworks. Why can't you produce the book? I think if anything, what you need to do is make a time for the fans would hate it, but I really think he needs to make a time for wolves. I feel like the problem was he wanted a time jump, but could not get a time jump in Feast. So and it made way too many POVs. So I say make Winds maybe a shorter book. And then make a Time for Wolves a longer book. And then, because originally it was supposed to be a Time for Wolves, and he changed the name to The Winds of Winter. But yeah, make a Winds of Winter short, and then make a Time for Wolves. Make a Winds of Winter short, maybe have it take place over a span of like a 6 months to a year, and end with John's resurrection. If you want, John could easily be put on ice and trapped inside the wall. The only problem is the fact that he wouldn't turn. But then again, the Centaurians, the Sentrymen are still in the ice wall, but then again, they're so deep in there. That's the one problem is how are they going to prevent John from turning? The only thing is John died on one side of the wall, not the other, which means I don't think whatever resurrection spells the Evers used could revive him. Being the fact that he died on the Westrosian side, not the Wildling side. Yeah, I know the last book is supposed to be a dream for spring, so I'm saying is that I feel like he might just need to make a time for wolves. Well, again, if he announced, what he need to do is he would need to get the Winds of Winter done, and because if he did a time for wolves first, he would need to write both books before releasing before ever announcing a time for wolves, because the fans would eat him alive. If he releases the Winds of Winter and makes it a shorter book, and then says that the wolves, the time for wolves is almost done, then the fans would be less mad. The fans are just gonna be happy anyway if they get something new. But of course, they're gonna be that subsect of fans who are gonna be like, the big problem with the fact that the big problem with trying to sometimes your story, the plot needs to happen because A to B to C have to happen to make logical sense, and because of that you have no time. Because it feels like he's setting up these huge time gaps where things can happen. So being the fact that so we know that Daenerys will probably go to the Mother's Mountain or whatever it's called, because he did that in the show, but in the show they butchered it by making it her be gone for half an hour, and then she comes back with Drogo. So I like how Entering Nerd Club talked about it, how she might have pull Moses and be on that mountain for a while. And then I also like the theory that, Stannis' men will start doing some cannibalism, or some dark arts inside the Night Fort. If they get snowed in, which, again, both those things could last, you can spread those events over a span of at least a month. Because you can do George could do an inversion of the 40 days and 40 nights that Jesus was in the wilderness, and then do an inversion with Daenerys on the mountain. But also, like I said, you have to do a mix of Moses, being the fact that she's leaving her Dothraki if she gets to Dothraki first before she goes to the mountain, like in the show. They can start going and start lose a bunch of them because she was gone for so long. Let's see, the only one problem was how long was the winter taking his Grim is... Yeah, I know, that's a problem. Like, let's say Wind comes out in 2 years. If less spring, it becomes an easy book to write because of all the... He reduces the amount of complexity, but through Winds, like, the dude's not going to last forever. Yeah, if he was 60, I would have no problem, but being the fact that, he's... Let's be honest, he's a fat 70-year-old. He's not a healthy 70-year-old. But yeah, no, let's see, I miss edging my readers until they can't take it anymore. It's always made the release for them so much better. Once I make something new for them, webcomics, man. Boss is starting an OnlyFans webcomic. Every page, it's just a picture, every page is blank until finally you get to day 100, and you get one little boob. There's a circle with a dot in it. That's all you get. The concert's almost over. The young woman on the stage releases the final note from her crackling box, allowing them to flutter in the air. But just before the audience stands ready to head back to the cabin, she unfolds the piece of paper she had earlier tucked away. The last song of the evening. For the traveler who shared my homeland. Please, everyone, hold on just a moment. She gently places the crackling box down and then walks briefly towards the stage edge. The sailor waiting there hands her a violin. A violin?
Could it be that she's from Cremona?
Could it be that she's the could this be the creation from Cremona's most famous brigata? Why don't you listen to your own ears and see if you can tell? What kind of experience? What kind of expression? No wonder you... with your kind of expertise, it's no wonder what you'd recognize it. Whispers ripple through the crowd below. The audience direct their attention to the young magician standing in the center of the stage. I will now play WAP on a violin, while Ben Shapiro dropping behind me. It should be a song often heard in the homeland, one performed by a musician on the side of the street. We are screenshotting this. I see the ticket seller looks like he's about to turn this X-rated. Oy vey. Okay. Okay, 16 gigabytes. Processor, system type, device. It doesn't seem like you have any on. Oh no, you took a picture of this with your phone. You don't. Okay, so Juan, if you hold Window key, Shift, and S, you can take a screenshot. So you don't have to worry about taking, you don't have to worry about the lines on your phone. On the thing. Let's see. Pen touch support. System operator. Product ID. So yours doesn't have any onboard graphics card. Okay, I don't see any. Device name, product. But let me check. Let's look at mine says. Let me check mine real quick. Because I know I have an Intel in mine. So let's see if an Intel in the video. Okay, mine didn't say that either. So how do I figure out where do I find my GPU? System info. Graphics, display, nope. Let's see, Brett Cooper looks like more of a... Yeah, I know, it's uncanny how much Brett Cooper looks like him. Me and Marisu make jokes about it all the time. Let me look it up real quick because it's getting interesting. How to find the device manager and search for display adapters. Okay, good. So, Control C. Didn't mean to do that full screen. Okay. Rectangle. Okay, cool. Where are you, Razzie Dazzy? Here we go. Paste. So, do this for me, Juan. Good for Da Vinci was not Da Vinci. What if it does not show me any information? No, I don't want to open Da Vinci. Close, please close. Don't use your black magic on me, Da Vinci. Okay, good. Closing. One of these days I should do an editing stream where I edit on stream. That's some random crap. If anybody's ever interested in that. There we go. So often heard, it should be a song often heard in the homeland, one performed by musicians on the side of the street, but flowing like a small boat drifting downstream, a memory of peace, of serenity, home. Upon hearing this word, the first thing that enters her mind is the melody. This is the two farewell song for the evening. The crowd positions themselves with an extra, ready to usher the guest away. The applause of pursuits are hushed, not a single soul present, despite darling to disturb the melody, drowned in the notes. Wait, you weren't? What were you on originally? What did you just call her, ma'am? I call everybody by their first names. I don't call anybody by their last names. Yeah, cause like for me, it's either first name or sir or ma'am. And I only use sir or ma'am on customers. Oh, the song. The first Napoleon song ever translated into Italian. I heard often as a child. At the time, I never thought of something so wonderless. But now, so many years ago, from my hometown, I never heard it performed like this. So you might say, you're satisfied with the performance, Sat? Be sure to recommend the Free Breeze to all your friends and family. And make sure to recommend the porno, Free Balls! See, I have pet names for everybody. I come up with pet names for everybody in my head. So because I have trouble remembering people's names. So like for one person, I was just calling him, I call one person because I cannot remember his name for nothing, so I just call him Elf Ears because he had pointy ears, or Pot Belly. Because he was really thin, but he had like a protruding belly, probably because of beer and stuff. Like I said, I come up with names like that. Like I name one person Sunseed Oil. I mean linseed. I called one person Linseed Oil once. Naturally, I'll tell everyone I know about the step in the town to be listen. I think I'll stay. Oh, let's hit the stop streaming button. I think I'll stay a bit longer before going back to my room. I don't want to miss a single note. I'll stay until the very last one. It's time for me to go, and practice. The whole orchestra will be rehearsing tomorrow. When Pocarella wakes up in the morning, she can rehearse again. The two crew members step through the door, and one after the other. The door deck is nearly empty, with only a few travelers remaining to enjoy the night air. Didn't you say you were leaving the band this week, to go back to your hometown? Have you mentioned it to the captain and the others yet?
I'm postponing my vacation.
The captain shared something that interested me. He found someone to take over the ship, and our new course has already been decided. Ooh! Oh! This is right before Miss Grace takes over.
wherever the ship takes me.
I'm happy to go. I wonder if our new destination will have any decent travels. Perhaps not, since it's not quite a small island. But I heard that the people on the island have a special custom of wearing cells. Maybe they have a chance to drink from one.
Or something like.
She hears a faint noise through the door, and signs at her companion to be quiet. The sea breeze almost sweeps the gentle melody away.
In una sera così serena. In una sera così serena. Chi non dimanda, chi non desia. Santa Lucia.
Yeah, I know. Like, poor girl. So I wonder if Fututu's story will end right before... If it is a prequel, I wonder if it will end right when Miss Grace gets there. Romola is solemn in the silence. Where is her sharp heading, and when will her next letter arrive home? All she can do is wish her child well. See, it's like, I'll tell you what the meaning of a power bottom is, bitch.
Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
The crackling box is now available. Oh, let's try. Before we start, let's learn how to use the crackling box. Our performance can record here as the track article. Recording begins. Experiment with the button on the right to create your own music. You can also tap here to turn on accompaniment tracks or inspiration. These accompaniment tracks will not be included in your actual recording. If you ever need to refresh on how to tap here. Okay. Oh. So, what do you do? Okay, so I can see what you mean. So I could do like... I'll try this out later to see if I can come up with anything not retarded. That's cool. I'll come back and see that later. That's a nice little feature they can add. Let's see. Like I said, did you DM me? Where are you? One wiki. Okay. Arc integrated graphics. Let's try doing Oops. Okay, so let's try doing a I'll send you a PS2 emulator first to see how you can run that. I'll figure out what game to send you that might be more that could be graphically intense enough to use it. So that one to be let's see, there we go. The harp solo thing makes my head hurt. Spaceman lets us understand what a crackling box is. Oh, this is a fun character story. I really enjoyed it. Is it all? Well, when I get a chance, I'm gonna go eat dinner in a minute. If you want to get a chance, I will send you. There. There. That's how to rotate right now. So good to know. Like that. So I just need to do. Definitely want to see what's his. I'm gonna do it on my own. What's her face story? Besides the eclipsing stuff, I don't know what that is. And then. That doesn't look we're doing UTT tonight. UTT in this game. I didn't complete the puppet masks. I was busy doing other things during that time. What do you mean the captain didn't allow ice cream? Yeah. The ice cream sort of was really annoying. I would have been really annoyed if I was a customer. I got 12 clear drops and 12 Ulan wings and there's many means like we could do several multi polls. We do 3 polls by the time 52 comes out. So I'll be doing those 3 polls on stream. But like I said, I really enjoyed this character story. I thought it was really fun. My problem was I think I hadn't had a problem with it, but per se, but I did think Antonala's character was a little long-winded. Could have been edited down a bit. It felt a little too long. On that note, time for the music. Good night, chat.
Superstar. Ruffy Amadeus, Ruffy Amadeus. In der großen Stadt, es war in Wien, war Vienna, wo alles tat. Hatte Schulden, denn trank, doch ihn liebten alle Frauen. Und jede rief, na kann man Rock me Amadeus. Er war Superstar, er war populär, er war so exaltiert, because er hatte Flair. Er war ein Virtuose, war ein Rockidol. Und alles rief, na kann man Rock me Amadeus. Du mit und es war irgendwie no Plastic Money anymore, die Banken gegen ihn. Woher die Schulden kamen, war wohl jedermann bekannt. Er war ein Mann der Frauen, Frauen liebten seinen Punk. Er war ein Superstar, er war so populär, er war zu exaltiert, genau das war sein Flair. Er war ein Virtuose, war ein Rockidol und alle suchten noch heute Captain Rock me Amadeus. wunderbar, wunderbar.
Come back to yourself. Now that your father is gone, this winter's gone on for too long. I say to myself, if I could recall a time when I swam in the sea as a child, and it wasn't so rough or so wild. Maybe I'd know what was mine, 'cause I knew there was something wrapped up in her sheets. But I saw my reflection and fled in defeat. If I can get back by the midsummer heat, I'll be looking for it out on St. Catherine Street. I'll be looking, be looking, be looking. I'll be looking, be looking, be looking. Come back to yourself, 'cause there's nowhere else to go. You've been out too long in the snow, and it's ruining your health. If I could recall his voice, or a portrait of him in my mind, well, I think I could heal with time, and maybe return, 'cause I knew there was something wrapped up in the sheets. and fled in defeat. If I can get back by the midsummer heat, I'll be looking for it out on St. Catherine Street. Yeah, she goes outside